back there. Well, that was disappointing. As a coach, it's disappointing to watch. We waited till the fourth quarter to play on offense and make plays, and this was essentially just a game full of mistakes for us, one right after the other. Gave them defense playing good, offense couldn't move the ball at all, and then really at halftime everything's kind of okay. We come out and we throw a backwards pass and drop it, and they pick it up, run in for a touchdown. We've got them stopped. They throw an interception to us in the end zone, and we drop it. 7-point game, we stop them, we rough the punter. And then in the end, we don't come up and fair catch the punt. We get the ball on the 4-yard line. So just a game full of mistakes. And then we had a couple dumb penalties again. Bundage was out of position and reaching and grabbing and got a face mask. And then we had a chop block on offense again. So kind of went back to two dumb penalties, gave them 30 yards. But we made way too many mistakes, you know, and I'm not sure why we throw that ball to Chuba a million times. Why he didn't catch it this time, I don't know. Why AG didn't catch the ball in the end zone, I don't know. Got out of position a couple times on defense on the long run. Got two guys stuck their head in the same gap. But it's just kind of disappointing, you know. I was concerned about whether we could rally back after a big win last week. We were a little flat early in the week, but then we practiced good and finished strong. But we certainly didn't play like that tonight. Just way too many mistakes at critical times. It was just one right after another. So it's disappointing. Really for me, just disappointed overall in the way things came out tonight. And I told the team that. I said that, you know, there's been times we've lost. You know, I said, hey, you played your butt off. There's times that we've made so many mistakes we didn't give ourselves a chance. And then tonight we just made mistakes in key areas, played right into their hand, giving them free points, which is what they needed to try to play good defense and allow us to make mistakes. So the good news is we get to play another game, and I told the team that good thing you get to play another game, because I sure would have hated to finish like this.
When you put your finger on the offense, when you're getting off to such a lackluster start, it seemed like there's no urgency at all.
That's exactly right. We didn't block very well. We didn't throw very well. We didn't run the ball very well. And I couldn't tell if we had a chance to or not, but it looked like zero sense of urgency. So what you said is exactly right.
Mike, on that not fielding the punt return there late in the fourth quarter, is there ever like a time where you don't want your player to field the ball, or was Dylan supposed to go up and catch that? Because he seemed to back away kind of at the last second.
Yeah, he should have called.
Like, what about your defense? I mean, they, even as your offense is sputtering, they come in decently. What do you think about, I mean, obviously AJ's drop and some of those things, but overall, what do you think?
We were fine. And then we go out and just give them a touchdown. And when that happens, sometimes the other side of the ball starts not playing good. We put them on the field the whole game, and just kept going out. I don't know when's the first time we got like 2 first downs, like third quarter or something. So we just kept putting them out there, 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 and then we got out of our gap a couple times. Which we need to be more fundamentally sound in that. But just kept putting them out there. Eventually they're going to make the play. That's what they did.
Like, how frustrating is it for you? This has kind of been a season of that, where it's every 2 weeks or 3 weeks.
I mean, I don't have the answer. It's the biggest thing I've ever seen. We play teams that are top 10 in the country. We play like a top 20 team. We play teams that are not playing as well and struggling. We play like a top 80 team. Same thing I said to them. And it's not just the player. It's coaches and players. I didn't think our plan on offense was very good after looking at it. I thought going in it was okay, but we weren't able to execute it, so there's a problem there somewhere. We've got to figure out what it was. And it won't always be perfect. And I know we had some throws that weren't good and the drop ball and so on and so forth. but everybody has to be critical of themselves and try to find out what was going on. I'll do the same. I mean, I pushed hard all week about staying motivated. Every game matters. Every game matters. Every game matters. And the truth is, we didn't play the Centaurs. We were flat. I guess defense, but we were flat. And I know somebody's going to say, well, do you know why? If I knew why, I would fix it. But I'm just disappointed in the overall way we finished it in that game.
Is this one of the most consternating seasons you've ever had as a head coach because of what Mark just asked about?
I mean, I don't know what that means. Bizarre?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. I mean, it's crazy. How we can play one week and then the next week we don't play very well. We just don't push through it when things don't go well early. You know, we just don't really push through it. That toughness. And so we have to develop that as an organization. Get it back to where it used to be. But it's not very tough when things aren't going well. So we'll give them a week off. Come back and get about 12 good practices. We need it. Fundamentals, toughness, base football, base defense, base offense, special teams. I'll say that Hawkett was awesome tonight, right? I mean, if there's one bright spot, he was awesome tonight. Thought he was excellent. Kept us in the game.
Mike, how much of this goes back to, you've talked a lot about the on-field player leadership. Now you've started to see it grow over the last couple of weeks. But is that part of why you're having problems pushing through on some of these games?
I would say that's probably pretty accurate. But I don't want to push it all on that with the players. It's partly us. It's partly preparation. I'm tied into the whole picture. But that side of it is frustrating. Not the players giving in, because I didn't see that. But that side of it is frustrating because I wish I had an answer for it so I could get my hands on it. The only thing I know to do is to go back and try to have 12 really good practices for the bowl game and be fundamentally sound and see if we can improve.
What changes do you feel like need to be made over those 12 practices?
We just got to work on fundamentals, just basic stuff.
Anything else from Coach? Like, you get a sense of what wasn't going well for Taylor, just how he threw the ball out tonight?
It didn't look like in the first quarter and a half he threw the ball very well. It looked like to me he was moving his feet all the time, never set his feet. You guys got a better view of it. Sometimes it's hard for me to see on that level, but it looked like to me he was moving his feet a little bit, couldn't get set. Didn't play very well in probably the first half. And then started playing a little better, but you guys know we're not good enough to overcome that. We can't do that. We can't overcome the 15-yard penalties and not starting with some rhythm. So we got to put them in a better position, and we got to make them.
You mentioned you give the team a week off. What is this next week like for you?
Well, coaches will all be out recruiting. In fact, most of them are probably going to stay here and go from here. I think that's what they do. That's because we're down here anyway. I'll work tomorrow and the next day, and then I'll probably get out myself and then give them a week on to come back and rally. Try to find out what happened and what direction we were going and try to make it better.
Mike, you won't know until next Sunday about bowls, where you guys are headed. And I assume at this point, just getting the extra practices is paramount in your mind.
Oh, yeah.
Most important.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, once we qualified for a bowl, I was excited about the work. We have so many guys that need a lot of work. But the one thing we stressed was how important this game was. Every game's important. We stressed it hard. But they were hungry and we weren't. They wanted it more than us. But I'm glad we get bowl preparation and be able to work on some basic stuff that we need as a team.
How much do you try to balance that, the work on the things that you need, and then trying to get into actually preparing for an opponent?
We'll work, I'd say, at least 8 practices before we even get into we need to fix all the problems we got before we can get on to the next game. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say, we usually practice 14 times for a bowl. I'm going to say 8 of them are going to be just on basic fundamentals. We just need quality work with young guys. Chuba needs reps. LD needs reps, we just need some basic work. 76 needs work. So we'll get that. Same thing on defense with the young guys. Just basic fundamentals.
Do you expect Justice to play a bowl game?
We'll find out probably soon. I'm going to guess within 3 or 4 days where he's at, and it'd be nice if we had him.
Mike, with that early signing period for the first time last year, you talked about your coaches really kind of fanning out, getting out. Are there some things you guys learned that you like the way you operated before the early signing period stuff? Would you again, or are you changing up anything?
Well, you talk about with the way recruiting is?
Yeah.
We'll do like we did last year. We have to get out this week in recruiting. This is really important. Everybody's going to be out. We need to be out. And then we'll come back and we'll work for 8 days or so. Then it's finals. So we'll be back out again. So the players won't practice from it.
So pretty much everything you did a year ago before that early signing period, you're just going to repeat?
Pretty much, yeah.
Anything else, Coach? Mike, we haven't got to talk with you about this since it happened on Monday. What's the loss of J.D. King mean for this team?
Yeah, it's a tough loss for us. He wanted to move on somewhere for personal reasons. I hate that for our team, but if a young man feels like that he needs to be or go somewhere to better his opportunities, that's part of the world we live in.
Is this something that he had been talking with you about the last month or so, or was it kind of a sudden, unexpected deal?
It was a sudden deal.
Thanks, guys.
Good.